हाय गाइस, मैंने अपने प्रीवियस वीडियो में आपको कुछ पर्सनल चीज़ें बताई थी अबाउट हाउ आई डिस्कवर्ड माय हैप्पीनेस, हाउ आई डिस्कवर्ड स्मॉल लिटिल थिंग्स दैट मेड मी हैप्पी एंड हाउ आई वाज एबल टू एनहांस दोज थिंग्स. तो मैंने सोचा कि व्हाई नॉट शेयर इट विद so many others out there, people who might have looked for happiness. Maybe you didn't get the right video, maybe you didn't get the right content, and so I decided ki I will share this journey with you guys. I will make sure that I'm able to reach those few people who are still struggling to find their happiness. Did many courses online and read many books. I delved into some of the research works done by many professionals, researchers, intellectuals. But there was this one book that really inspired me, and I would really like to share that with you. I hope this helps you too. I mean, I will be sharing my version of it with you guys, but then just have a look. It's The Happiness Project by Miss Gretchen Rubens. So thank you, Gretchen, for sharing your work, because this helped me find my happiness. The author significantly emphasizes that happiness is different for everybody, and once you know what makes you happy, you can actually increase your happiness. So I went on to think for a number of days what are the things that make me happy. And I made a list of the things that made me happy, and I wanted to see if I could increase them in any way. Say for example, greenery, flowers. I love food. I love dancing. So I just wanted to see that if I'm able to dedicate time to be in nature. I wanted to see if I could get some new flower pots and nurture them at my home. I wanted to see if I could dedicate some time to dancing and small little things that make you happy. And I think I totally agree with her with the fact that once you know what makes you happy, you can actually increase your happiness. So on a rainy summer day, the author went on a bus ride, and she thought to herself, what is that one thing that makes me happy? What is it that I want from life anyway? And the immediate response was, like most of us would think that way, I want to be happy, isn't it? And I think this is a very natural response of your mind and body to tell you that I want to be happy. And what I really liked about this book and author's perspective and approach towards this was that she did not waste even a minute. I keep reading it more than you can think of. So she efficiently is able to discuss some of the basic nuances about happiness. This book itself is, I think, one of the best sellers across the world. I'm going to discuss the details of the book here. So if you haven't bought the book, you can watch the video, you can learn, you can be with me on this journey towards happiness. So I want you to take a minute today and ask yourself what happiness means to you. What is that one thing that really makes you happy? And trust me, this question is going to surprise you in ways that you can't think. To answer this question, in fact, Gretchen turned to some of the most legendary researchers, scientists and thinkers and writers to understand the different facets that involved happiness. And factoring in her personal experience, she came to this conclusion that happiness is definitely different for everybody. It's different for you, for me, for anybody else. And once we know what makes us happy, there are ways to increase it. And I'm going to discuss with you a variety of things, a number of steps that you can take to just make sure that you are happy. So step number one that the author discusses primarily in the book is that on this road towards success, make good resolutions, not the one that we make every new year. Well, and take small baby step towards making those goals a reality of your life. As small as I'm going to do a small work tomorrow. You shouldn't be making abstract goals. Well, you see, human beings are not really well modeled to handle something as abstract as happiness. They work better with concrete goals, like I'm going to lose 10 kgs. But before that, I want to explain what I mean by having concrete goals. You see, I love walking. And if you remember in the last video, I had spoken about that when I go back home, I go on long walks. But that didn't happen in a day. And also when I come back to Bangalore, I'm really not able to walk that much because I'm usually busy or I get tired after work, and then the plans of going for a walk in the evening is rather obsolete, right? So what did I do? I started, walking from my office to my home, whatever distance I could. And I filled in with small details that I loved. Say for example that I would stop at a small street vendor and eat something, or I would just, observe people and things around me. I would notice the small details of the flowers in the tree around me. And to cancel out the noise, I had all, really good music plugged into my ears. So that really encouraged me to go on long walks. And initially I found it really difficult, quite honestly. It wasn't that easy, it wasn't that fun. But then slowly, after I think 10 days, I found my secret to how I can make it more interesting. So it's the same way you can, when you decide your goal, you have to make sure that it's small, concrete goal. Then I'm going to walk for maybe a kilometer, or I'm going to walk from my office to that yellow building. And simple things like these will actually help you achieve your goals much faster. So what really happiness means? There was a time when I would pluck flowers and I would feel really happy because I would press them in my books and I would dry them. And I used to really love plucking flowers because they were so beautiful. You see, happiness is a byproduct of things that we do and things that we don't. Now I don't pluck flowers anymore, but I still observe them. I see them around me, and I think that really makes me feel happy. Once you know what makes you happy, you can change and tweak your ways in such a way that, you're still being happy without really changing your life too much. So, don't say that, I want to lose 10 kgs. That's an absurd way of deciding. Rather, decide that I want to walk for 30 minutes. I think that'll be a much better goal, more achievable. It will be more impactful because you will be able to achieve that quickly. And I think that will set you towards success very quickly. The first rule towards happiness is that if you are setting achievable goals and you achieve them, you're going to incentivize your mind to do better next time. And look, I was a nobody. If I can do it, I'm sure you can do it. Whether it's exercise or a diet, or it's a small work, or it's a task, it's a project, I'm sure whatever you're taking forth, you will be able to achieve your goals if you're able to set a particular goal and take small steps, tangible goals and baby steps. That should really set you on the path to success. Thank God to small mercies in life, right? I mean, we've heard this so many times, and I'm sure most of us really feel that gratitude within us because God has been great. Things have been good around us. Our parents are, some of the most beautiful people. And I think, it's moments like these, moments filled with happiness, that inspired me to do more. I ignored these small little irritants in life and I stopped procrastinating. I decided that I'm going to be more grateful. I decided that, I'm going to do whatever best I can do, with a motto that I'm going to change my life without really changing it. And that is what helped me. That is what helped me attain the highest level of happiness. And that's when I decided that I'm going to share this happiness with you guys too. If I can do this, guys, I'm sure you guys can also do it. I would really want to hear your stories in the comment section. I want you to share with me what resolutions you've made. Have you started yet? Would you like to be a part of this journey? Would you like to join me on this happiness journey? I'm going to share some of the next steps that is going to make your life even more meaningful and happier. Stay tuned. This is Sonali and this is the Happiness Channel, guys.